Erik Karlsson stepping in, $10 million a year for the next 4 years. How much does it improve Pitt? What are you thinking of the moves Dubas has been making?
Well, I mean, one, you got to give Dubas credit, right? Like, for all the general managers that appear reluctant to take big swings or say it's too hard to figure out the cap or the assets to make big swings, Dubas certainly does not fall into that category. So I give him credit, man. He's aggressive. That's a big contract to absorb. That's a complicated trade to execute. But at first blush, guys, when I saw it, I'm like, okay, so Pittsburgh, they get Karlsson. They give up, yes, a first rounder to San Jose, a protected first rounder, a second rounder to Montreal. But they also get rid of Petrie and Ruta and Granlund's salary, which they don't want on the books anyways. Like, financially, it kind of comes out of net even for them, at least over year. I like that deal for Pittsburgh. It makes them much better. It's Chris Letang, but more offensive, can lighten the load on Letang. And with the kind of players they have, they want to be able to make plays with the puck and hope that the system can support Erik Karlsson. So I like it from Pittsburgh's sake. I like it from Montreal's sake because they got rid of 2 contracts they don't want, Pitlick and Hoffman. They bring back Petrie maybe, but they probably will trade him elsewhere because I don't see any welcome back to Montreal Jeff Petrie stuff just yet. So it seems like maybe he's going elsewhere. But they got some contracts off the books they wanted. And then for San Jose, Mike Greer was in tough, right? He's got no move protection, so Karlsson gets to dictate where he wants to go. Everyone knows that. And so what does Greer get? He gets a first rounder. He gets a whole bunch of contracts that will expire soon. He probably saves $25 million. But it wasn't a huge return, which speaks to the marketplace that the reigning Norris Trophy winner, 100-point scorer, it's kind of like a salary dump where you're not getting much back for him. So it feels like Pittsburgh should make the playoffs as long as Tristan Jarry stays healthy. They have enough talent to get there for sure.
Is it just Jarry, like that you would be maybe concerned about the health with Pittsburgh, or is health a concern for that whole core now? Because Letang's 36, Karlsson 33, like Sid and Gino are in that vicinity as well. Like, is health the biggest concern for this team?
If they could get, Frankie, 70 games from their core 12 players, they'll make the playoffs. But the reality is, as you get older, and even Gensel's going to miss time to start the season, Rust has missed time to start the season, other good players they have are older and have had some injuries. So, yeah, I mean, that's a risk for everyone, probably a greater risk for Pittsburgh given their age. But if they were to stay healthy or be healthy, they should be good enough to make the playoffs. Probably still behind Carolina, probably behind the Rangers. But they would be, they have Jersey, but they'd be right there, kind of in that second tier, but kind of comfortably to make the playoffs.